Live from Tony Rose Memorial Arena in Orangeville, it's the OJLL Game of the Week presented by Milk Up Ontario. Game 3 as round 2 between the Orangeville Northmen and Toronto Beaches continues here in Orangeville. Northmen return home after an 8-4 victory last Saturday and bring a 2-0 lead in the series thanks to 8 different goal scorers in Game 2. Matthews, Jennings, Marquis, Benedict, Spallina, Long, Bucktooth, and Deer. All names you're familiar with and will hear of in this game. Plus 49 saves from Chris Origlieri, just announced as a finalist for that honorable Sanderson Award for Most Valuable Goaltender. But even as they kept the Beaches winless in round 2, the similarities are obvious. Even as the Northmen had 8 different goal scorers, the Beaches had 4 of their own to respond with. Miller, Firth, Harland, and Palmer, along with the other finalists of that Sanderson Award, Andrew Kidd's 25 saves despite back-to-back losses. But the last time Andrew Kidd had back-to-back losses, he responded with a 19-5 win, a fantastic rebound that the Beaches will count upon to turn this series around. For now, it's Angst Kumar alongside Pat Gregoire from the NLL, and I had a feeling, based on our previous partnership in Game 3 between the Beaches and Buzz in round 1, we'd reunite in a series where 8 is a prevalent number once again heading into Game 3.
Well, that first series, the number 8 was significant because the team hit 8 goals in the first 2 games. That was the team that won. This time around, though, it's been Orangeville scoring 8 goals twice, them being the victors. And like in Game 3, that's where we saw the offense for the Beaches really come to life. They hit double digits. Maybe that's the same case here tonight.
Couple of lineup changes as well. Aiden Fern out for the Northmen. Meanwhile, Teeple and Edwards in for the Northmen. Booth and Hickey out for the Beaches. Lubinecki in, as is Jack Wojnarski. Possession in favor of the Northmen as they bring it in the Beaches zone. Matthews off the chest of Andrew Kidd. Snags that away quickly. Launches it to the right side. Good connection there. Cutting across, Lubinecki of the Junior B Gloucester Griffins called up for the Toronto Beaches tonight. Meanwhile, the other way, Edwards stops in his tracks, retreats to center. Good pass to Marquis running into the game. Aiden Long now. Nice pass to Spallina, and he can't finish the job yet. Fresh 30 seconds for the Northmen again. From the corner, Spallina in front of the bench of the Beaches. Loading up, takes a chance there, wide of the net, to the other side of the zone. Matthews chasing it back in the defensive end towards Origlieri. Over to Matthews on the right side to get it started out of Orangeville zone. Comes in from the right side, trying to find space at the top of the slot. Possession, Beaches. Phoenix Lefebvre now running in. Made that pass to Firth off of Origlieri, bounces to center. Beaches, fresh 30 seconds on their side again. McPherson. Good cycle of the ball there. Back to the top for Firth on the right side now. And down low to the left of Origlieri. Beaches pulling away from the top of the slot. From the corner, another possession for the Beaches in the offensive zone. Good play by the Beaches to keep the action on the other side. Miller to Firth. Firth down low as it comes back to Collison. Now he'll take a chance wide of the right post. Ball gets by Miller and towards Kidd.
Great offensive possession there for the Beaches. A ton of opportunities, a ton of chances. Collison getting a look early. That's a guy they are going to want to get going. No goals, had 3 assists, but this is a 50-goal scorer for this team. He's got to get going if they want to get their first win in this series.
As Spallina retreats, try to pass inside. Peterkin catches up to it. Around the left side, hustling, good hustle there. Looking for Wojnarski to take a pass, hangs on to it for a moment. Wojnarski got it. Now to Lubinecki. Sharing the ball between both call-ups. Lubinecki moves away from the glass, trying to find space around Deer. Firth had it for a moment, continued on the right side to Collison. Collison dealing with Chase Chavon as the ball goes out of play. Edwards to start from the right side. Beats one defender, that being Firth. Trying to get around McKay. Owen McKay, though, Pushes him into the glass. Webster trying to get on that loose ball. So is Edwards again. He's sandwiched against the glass. Chasing. Matthews gets it back for a moment. Chasing it again. Away from the glass. Takes a long range shot. High above the net, off the glass, and 30 seconds coming up for the Beaches.
Suffocating defense from Toronto there. That is the style, the brand of lacrosse that they like to play. Fast, furious, and up in your face.
Palmer retreats to the right side. Firth had it, getting away from Northman bench. Dropped it off for McPherson, forced out of the zone by Pack. Miller from the left side now. Takes a check from Aiden Long. Ball picked up by the Northmen as it's Nate Ruff. Recently nominated for Transition Player of the Year, and tries an underhand scoop at the net. Beaches with possession. Pacing out of the zone, Pouliot gets past Caleb Benedict. All the way across there for Collison, trying to beat his man. Northmen struggle to pick that ball up. Good pressure from Lubinecki, the lone Beaches player for a moment. Teeple, one of two players back in the lineup, gives that to Spalina. Over to Deere. Trey Deere now looking for an opportunity. Underhand denied by Kidd. Beaches from the left side. Harland over to the right, quickly over to Winarski, pulls back to center. Robinson continues to the right, cutting to the left. Miller outside of Orangeville zone, back to Palmer on the right side. Collison dances around Ciapara, takes a chance there off of Origlieri in the direction of center. Northmen catch up to it. Moving in transition now. Here's Long. He's all alone against Kidd. Good check back there, though, by the Beaches, specifically Owen McKay, Beaches from center now. Webster, underhand pass. Lubinecki over everyone, including Pouliot. Found the furthest player on the right side. Beaches moving away. Back to Pouliot. Shares the ball with Lubinecki. To Webster, down low to the left of Origlieri for the first whistle.
Nathan Pouliot gonna sit down here for 2 minutes or less. We'll see. Comes in, sets the pick. All good here. And it's gonna be the re-pick there. Believe it's a legal cross-check. Probably could have called it a high stick as well. Pouliot's a player that plays well when he has an edge to his game. He sets great hard picks. He's a guy, his engine continues to move. Just that one there, got a little overzealous. Stick gets high. He sits down for two.
Deere sends that across to Marquis. Rapid passing between all five Northman players. Deere slowing things down from the glass. Over to Benedict for the underhand opportunity, wide of Kidd's right post. Ball bounces in the direction of Origlieri as he watches it go by. Fresh legs on the floor for the Northmen. 25 seconds gone in their power play without a result, as the Beaches start with a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock in Orangeville zone. Good situation for the short-handed Beaches as Collison trying to find space. Trying to squeeze through Pack, using his big size, couldn't get any closer to the net. Ball fell behind him. Quickly picked up by Teeple to Long at center for Marquis. Gives it to Deere. As Bucktooth continues the play. Faked from Marquis. Connected with Bucktooth. Now Marquis trying to get it inside for Matthews, and it goes out of play.
Couple solid chances there for Orangeville. Just first time we see Kidd up to the task. The second time there, great collapse by the penalty kill there to take away that opportunity.
Hamish McPherson on that floor to the left side. Miller trying to get it inside for Firth. A little too high and wide for him. Northmen capitalized. Fresh 30 seconds on their side. Bring the ball inbound. That's Barnett. Markey with the drop off to Deer. As 3 of the 5 Northmen enter Beach's zone. Markey and Bucktooth. Short range passing between the two. Good fake from Markey. Still in possession. Bucktooth now gets it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And off of Kidd and the other way. Peterkin on his horse. Stops as he just enters the left side. Outside for Phoenix Lefebvre. Lefebvre feeling the pressure from Long. Confronted by Deer. Connects the pass anyhow. To his right side. Collison. Collison goes deep. Outside for Lubinecki joining the play. Gets away from Long. Palmer goes underhand. Wide of the left post. Back in the direction of Palmer. And 30 seconds of the shot clock now belong to the Northmen. Starting with Cam Pack. Gives that to Cohen Jennings. Stopped in his tracks. Benedict. Spalina. Back to Benedict now. Thought about shooting it. Pulls back instead. Dances left. Connects to the other side there. As Jennings trying to finish the job. Webster proved to be too much. Miller brings it in, almost halfway through Toronto's shot clock without a shot. Miller across for Firth, keeps it going down low for Collison. Collison loading up from the position he wants. Can't beat Origlieri like that. Trying to catch the ball for another possession, but it'll belong to the Northmen instead.
Collison again with a ton of chances, just for the majority of them. Just Orangeville doing a great job getting the hands, taking away the time and space, forcing him to try to make a big play. He just hasn't been able to do it.
Spalina connects with Deer. Deer couldn't get any closer to the net. Pulls back. Benedict with the chancer off the left pad of Kidd. Good collection of the ball. Winarski moves that forward on the left side. Bucknell has it. Bounced it out. Winarski again to his right side. Delayed penalty coming up against the Northmen. While Firth calms things down. Faked the drop off to Miller. Still in possession. Now shares it with Palmer. Takes a chance there, couldn't meet the net, bounced in his direction again. Will he get to it first? No, he will not, and the power play coming up for the Beaches.
Interference call to Jamison Bucktooth, I believe, or see down in the corner. My apologies. Oh, here it is, right there. It is going to be Bucktooth. Interference for that behind the play. Thought it was the initial first hit, which I wasn't going to agree with. Thought it was a little more of a collision, but it was after the fact, that extra shove. So the Beaches now going to have an opportunity to get on the board here, get the game's first goal. But as you and I know, this power play has been underwhelming for how good they've been all season long.
Good opportunity for the Beaches trailing in this series to get on the board first. As they take a chance there, Firth can't meet the net. Origlieri stole that back. Nice launch of the ball to Ruff. Ruff now has Marquis with him. Went underhand, denied by the left pad of Kidd. Bounced in the direction of Matthews. Getting away from Hewitt. Ruff creating a distraction, giving Matthews some space. Over to Spalina joining the play. Spalina takes a chance there. Can't meet the net either. Lots of blue shirts in his way. Harland upwards to Phoenix Lefebvre. And a bouncer to Collison to continue the play. Almost halfway through the power play. Still scoreless for both sides in this game. Palmer, though, to Collison, trying to change that now. Takes a chance wide of Origlieri towards the Northman bench.
Gonna say it went off a white jersey, so Beach is gonna stay with possession.
Firth to Collison to Palmer. 60% of the power play touching the ball so far. Behind the back, Collison to Firth. Collison again goes underhand wide of the right post as it rolls slowly towards Kidd.
Power play's got to do something different here. Too many hero shots from the outside. Got to chalk something up. Run your plays. It's been so successful all season long. even in that series against Oakville, we saw guys like Palmer have big nights on the power play. Pouliot scoring.
Here's Benedict with a chance now. Still can't meet the net. Big body of Bucknell got in the way. Deer back to Benedict. Benedict confronted by Bucknell once again. Over to the right side where Deer is. Back to Benedict. He takes a chance. Long range. Denied by Kidd. Chasing the corner now. Deer takes a check. Big stick against Deer. As the Beaches pick it up and start going the other way. Webster had it. Looking for options. Stops just before he enters Orangeville zone. Over to Collison rejoining the play.
Great kill by Orangeville. Not only does Origlieri come up with these big saves, a couple of huge blocks by the defense as well.
Behind the net of Origlieri now. He steps out. Over to Pack. Continues it to the right side. Teeple. For Matthews. Long. As they get Marquis involved. On the left side, Spallina inside Marquis. He can't finish the job yet. Comes up for Bucktooth now. Fresh 30 seconds for the Northmen in the offensive zone. Marquis again trying to spin away from his man. Underhand chance denied. Hewitt gets it over Long. Good connection with Robinson. On the left side for Miller. As Miller pushes Burnett back. Ball moving around. Collison pulling away from Ciapara. Can't beat Origlieri. Launch of the ball by Origlieri towards Ruff. At center. Jennings looks after it now. Harlan hot on his tail. Passed over to Deer. Benedict again now, gaining speed, loading up. Underhand chance, the first of the game. 1-0 Northmen.
A little bit of a miscommunication here by the defense of the Beaches. We'll see Warnowski and Bean both kind of commit to one guy, then they jump off. And I know Caleb Benedict's on the wrong side of the floor, but when you shoot the pill that good, no side is wrong. A beautiful shot from a pure goal scorer and someone who has just come into his own in this postseason.
It usually doesn't even take 13 minutes and 29 seconds for the Northmen to get the first goal of the game. Compliments, though, to the Beaches defense keeping up so far.
No doubt, and kudos to Andrew Kidd. He's been outstanding early on. Anytime that defense does break down, but that one there, that is just a pure goal scorer's goal from Benedict. Defense needs to do a little better of a job communicating. You can't give guys like that time and space to shoot.
A remarkable 29 points in the playoffs now for Caleb Benedict in just his 6th playoff game of the season. For now, Beaches have possession halfway through their shot clock as we approach the final 6 minutes of the opening period, down just by 1. Miller continues to the right side for Collison. Sent that low, and it comes back to Miller. Over to the right side, Collison took a jump trying to fool Origlieri. Couldn't do it that time. Pack quickly rushing the ball up center for Teeple. Teeple bounced it over to Matthews. Matthews versus Harlan. Harlan trying to get a stick involved there. Good move by Matthews. Peels to the right side. Bucktooth over to Benedict. Marquis now moves away from the boards, trying to find a shot. Passed instead. Matthews confronted again, spinning away. No look behind the back. Turned it over to Kidd instead. On the right side now, picking up speed. Beaches. Peterkin takes it. Faked the drop off. Pouliot has it. Lubinecki. 10 seconds left for the Beaches to take a shot. Back behind for McPherson. Tied things up. 1-1.
This is just beautiful execution of the two-man game on the left side. McPherson comes in, sets that hard pick, one hand on the stick. That's enough for Willem Firth. Last year's MVP, nominated once again an MVP play, but how about Hamish McPherson, the third lefty in the offense, the guy that takes a back seat to Collison and, of course, Firth, but he gets the game's first goal for the Beach, and it's a huge one.
1 assist in the playoffs so far, now a goal in his 7th playoff game this season, and an important one at that at this stage of the game. Beaches trying to get back in this series starting tonight. 1-1 as Collison and the Beaches have possession. Miller takes the pass. Less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Trying to get in possession for a shot here. Firth spinning away. Took a chance though. Bounce off a Northman as Millsap uses frame. Deer for the reset. Gets it started. Quick pass up the right side. Spalina takes it on the left side now. Over to Deer. Back to Spalina. Trying to get away from Alex Bean. Wide of the net and back in the direction of the Northman zone.
That play there from Hewitt, great job. Ball goes wide. He finds his man, Trey Deer. He knows Deer is going to start crashing the net. Boxes his man out. Ball goes all the way down. It's an over and back. Those are the little plays that make up and become big plays down the stretch in these tight games.
Palmer sharing the ball. Pouliot getting involved now. Couldn't get the shot he wanted. McPherson looking for a second of the period. There it is! Number 2 from number 2.
Heat up. Hamish McPherson again scores his 2nd straight goal. Look at this. This is just a broken play, a hard pick set on the right side. McPherson's in the middle of the floor. He recognizes there's some time, there's some space, unloads that great shot, shows off how skilled of a player he is. Again, mentioning it, he's that third lefty, kind of has been just put into a position where he's the pick setter, he's the loose ball guy.
As Peterkin with a chance there, and Origlieri stops him.
But goes to show, when the ball's in his stick, when he gets the opportunities, he can make those big plays. He's a Maryland commit. This guy is uber talented. Just needs the opportunity.
It has been a long time since Game 3 against Oakville for Hamish McPherson to get some points. Here come the Beaches again now, picking up speed. Winarski over to the right side. Collison fumbled it, chases it in the corner. Picked up quick by the Northmen as Aiden Long leads the Northmen out of the zone. Benedict, the lone goal scorer for the Northmen in this period, sharing the ball with Long. Long, back to Benedict. Getting Jennings involved in the play as well, back in the direction of the Beaches, and they can't beat Kidd again. Chasing the ball in the corner, their big hit as Sanderson approached the ball. Gets right back up. Calling for it, Spalina takes it instead. Spalina with the underhand chance, can't beat Kidd's 5-hole. Good hustle there by Robinson, pulls the ball back. Lets Alex Bean look after it. Bean with the quick pass for Miller, joining the play. Bumped for a second, got the ball inside anyway. Palmer pulling away from the glass, getting away from Chavon. Over to Miller again, and inside, that could have gone off the bar in the low left corner. Now Firth dealing with a pair of Northmen, could be a trio. Campak watching the action as Northmen carry the ball up center. Benedict has it. Bucktooth thought about passing it, trying to find some space. Halfway through the shot clock, denied by the right side of Kidd. In the low right corner now, chasing it. Webster battling against Deer, and looks like a delayed penalty coming up against the Beaches, or so I thought when I saw the arm go up. Hewitt stops just outside of Orangeville zone.
I know the Orangeville bench and fans wanted a penalty or at least a possession call, the bump on the back of Caleb Benedict.
As Palmer with a chance there, turned away. Lubinecki had it for a second before Origlieri got it back. Teeple now takes it at center. Avoided Lubinecki, trying to get away from Phoenix Lefebvre. Bounce over to Jennings. Jennings dealing with Harlan. Deer gets rid of Harlan as the Northmen maintain possession. Final minute of the opening period here. 8 seconds left on their shot clock. Bucktooth stripped of the ball by Hewitt, desperate to pick it up. Northmen get it. Last chance for a shot before 30 seconds of possession go to the Beaches.
What a game so far for Caden Hewitt. He has been all over the floor for the Beaches. Huge cause turnover. A couple of blocks. Heart and soul defensive player for this Toronto team.
As Firth takes a chance, wide of the net, bouncing it towards Origlieri. To the right of Origlieri instead. Good scoop by Firth now, beating a defender behind him. Pouliot had it for a moment from behind the net, back to Firth, and the ball trails him as he's pressured by the Northmen defenders. Timeout Orangeville with 10.7 seconds left in the period.
I think they might add a couple of ticks onto that clock. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be enough for Orangeville to chalk something up. We'll see this latest goal from McPherson. Again, that's 2 shots now we've seen from the wrong side of the floor. Benedict scored the one, McPherson scores the other. Just goes to show you how talented, how great shooters we have in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. And it completely fools Origlieri, who has at some points, not just in this game, but in this series, has looked virtually unbeatable. But man, both these goalies, you look at the scoreboard right now, 1 period, just 3 goals, and it's not for a lack of chances. See, here's the first goal from McPherson, a great 2-man game, well executed. Beautiful one-handed flip from Firth, but McPherson gets it. And we talked to Riley O'Connor, the head coach of the Toronto Beaches, before the game, and he said, we know our offense is built and led by our 2 top players, but depth scoring is going to be big to get back. And a guy like McPherson getting 2 goals tonight certainly has been the case.
A continuation of different goal scorers, I should say, stepping up when necessary. 4 of them different in game 2. See how they continue. Now Northmen with a big chance there. Can't beat Kidd. And that's how the first 20 minutes of game 3 go. Benedict for the Northmen before 2 responses from 1 guy, that being Hamish McPherson. You're watching Game 3 live from Tony Rose Memorial Arena in Orangeville, the OJLL Game of the Week, presented by Milk Up Ontario. Anx Kumar, Pat Gregoire will be back after the first intermission.
On our family dairy farm, there's a saying that the sun doesn't start the day, we do. It's our daily reminder to be our best, make our best. And that our dairy farm doesn't just take care of our family, it's part of something bigger. That's dairy done right.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
Moments away from the second period here at Tony Rose Memorial Arena in Orangeville, part of the OJLL Game of the Week presented by Milk Up Ontario. 2-1 in favor of the Beaches over the Northmen to start the second period in just a moment. But a look at the other semifinal in action, Mimico Mountaineers, Burlington Blaze, Game 3. Pat, what do you have for us?
Burlington up 6-3 at the end of the first period, and it's Braden Saris, who continues his impressive playoff campaign, 2 goals and an assist, and Alex Marinier with a goal and 2 helpers there. I mean, that's a pretty big lead for how the series has gone, but if any is indication how that series is going to go, it's going to go back and forth all night.
Second period begins. Beaches with the first possession of the middle frame. 10 seconds into the period, 10 seconds off their shot clock. No result yet. Collison continues on the left side for Miller. Lost it behind him. Comes back to Collison now. Collison pulling away. Trying to move in closer. Steered away. Still has possession. Final second. Takes a chance and bounces back in favor of Firth. But Northmen have the ball to get their first possession of the second period. Owen Ron running the ball up. Goes to center for Spalina. Down low, Marquis. Now to Bucktooth, excuse me, as Marquis gets it back over to Spalina now. Deer just outside for Matthews. Inside back for Deer and just couldn't get the handle he needed. Quickly picked up by the Beaches on the right side now. Ferry picking up speed as he's confronted by Teeple. Away from Teeple. McPherson. 2 goals in the opening period on behalf of the Beaches, and now an overhand chance there from the Beaches. Origlieri with the save. Quickly up the left side for Elijah Edwards. Edwards now trying to get the pass through. Good steal from Webster around the net of Kidd as Owen McKay carries the play. Makes that pass, Robinson. Just outside of Orangeville zone. All the way across as Collison returns to the floor. Firth on the right side. Takes a stick from Ciapara. Firth, though, picking up speed, takes a chance, and Origlieri with the save. Origlieri quickly rid of it. Teeple from the left side. Looking for options. Deer tried to bring it down one-handed. Good recovery, though, by Sanderson. Deer gets it back. Can't find the shot he wants. Benedict has it. Benedict getting away from Bucknell. Deer continues it down low for Matthews. Matthews dealing with Winarski. Pulls away. Takes a chance behind the net of Kidd. Scooped up by the Beaches quick. Reset. Phoenix Lefebvre. Up against Cameron Pack. Pack trying to keep him out of the zone. Good pressure from Pack. Phoenix Lefebvre the other way. Continued by Lubinecki. Down low as he moves towards the net. Collison gets it back, loads up, and denied by Origlieri. Origlieri launches it towards Cam Pack. Good reception by Pack. Or rather, Elijah Edwards. Edwards trying to dance away from Ferry, and he finishes the play!
Defense turns into offense in transition. Great save and great feed from Origlieri. But how about the individual effort from Elijah Edwards? Dances on the crease, able to keep his feet out just enough, and puts that one by Kidd. This period with these two teams, how much speed they have out the back door and how well these goalies can pass, transition is going to be a huge factor in the offense.
One of the returning players to the Northmen lineup playing effectively. Beaches looking for a quick response. Can't break the tie yet. Taken over by the Northmen. Millsap on the left side. Over to Deer. As Marquis has it. Marquis now trying to find space through traffic, pushed instead, still on his feet. Good strength there from Marquis. 5 seconds left on the Northmen clock to take a shot. They have an opportunity. Bucktooth, he takes an underhand chance, and Kidd stops him. Over to the right side, Webster to get it started. Nice call of the ball by Palmer. Just couldn't connect that time. Quickly, Northmen the other way. Teeple from the left towards center. Inside, close enough. Trouble handling it. Getting a little wild in front of Kidd. Bucktooth has it, though, as he's chased by Winarski all the way around the net of Kidd. Benedict faked the pass, holds on to it longer. Attracts Phoenix Lefebvre his way, lost it behind him, and Teeple is chasing now. Phoenix Lefebvre for the Beaches. Over to McPherson. To his left. Collison gets it back from Miller. Sent that across. A big chance there. Wide of the net, brought down by Firth. Final 7 seconds on the shot clock. Firth trying to sneak one in from a sharp angle. Not that time. Deere just outside of Toronto zone. Now he creeps in as he connects the pass with Matthews. Spallina trying to spin away from his defender. Pushed it back. Bucktooth behind the net. Trying to put it out front. No one available. Lubinecki to start on the right of Origlieri there. Almost 5 minutes into the second period. Northmen, only goal so far as they just tied it up. McPherson, already 2 goals. Back behind him for McKay. For Miller. Made the pass, tried to get through defense there. Big chance there, denied by Origlieri. Pulls that back, lets Ron make the first pass to Edwards. Edwards to Spallina as Marquis gets it from Spallina now and takes a chance there, point blank. Ball goes the other way.
Moving pick call on the back, just a bit too much from Joey Spallina.
Collison to start the new possession for the Beaches. Connects the first pass, gets it back from Palmer. Firth has it. Back to Collison, close enough for a chance, he scores! 3-2 Beaches!
It was only a matter of time until the big 44 get on the board, and it all starts with a great solid pick. Frees up space for himself. Firth with his second assist of the evening. This one, 2 hands on the stick. It's an absolute laser right in the breadbasket of Collison. Collison, no doubt, has a howitzer from the outside, but shows he's got some inside finish too.
Once again, they're in the lead as Northmen have possession. 10 seconds gone in their shot clock. No answer yet. Matthews with the ball. Fake the handoff to Benedict. Clever play there. Benedict gets it now. Back to Matthews. Matthews through traffic, denied by the right pad of Kidd. Spallina picks it up for a fresh 30 seconds in the offensive zone. Matthews has it again. Pulling away, moving in from the right side. Can't beat Kidd like that. Rolls towards Spallina and the Northmen. Spallina with Benedict there. Benedict across the zone for Matthews, wide of the net. Rolls towards Benedict. Over to Matthews for another chance there. Passed instead. Spallina. He can't beat Kidd yet. Quick scoop of the ball by Harlan and the Beaches. Inside for Webster. Makes the pass. Firth looking after it. Dealing with Edwards. Pulls away. Collison to his left side. Trying to move towards the net. As Palmer rushed the net as well. Collison gets it back, takes a chance. Origlieri, quick save on that one. Big scoop by the Beaches again. McPherson tries to bring it inbound. Turned over instead. Edwards again. Joined by Benedict on the play. Shares the ball with Benedict. At the top of the slot for Marquis and Benedict now. Back to Marquis on the left side. Marquis trying to find a way around Collison. Took a chance there, bounced back in the direction of the Northmen. Here's Matthews with an underhand chance, and Kidd stops him again. Alex Bean from the left, from the right to get it started. Moves away from Pack, overhead pass for Firth. To Lubinecki, continues to the left. Quick pass over to Firth, trying to find his way through defenders. McPherson instead, underhand chance by Palmer, wide of the net.
Looked like Palmer might have just had one hand on his stick, makes that catch, and then throws that shot. Normally, it's quickly in and out of Palmer's stick. That's his bread and butter. Just don't think he was anticipating the pass from McPherson. There's 3 seconds left on the clock. Would have liked to see McPherson take that shot.
Aspolina rushes in and ties things up. 3-3.
Oh, so casual from Joey Spolina. Fakes the shot, beats his two-man clean, and makes no mistake on the doorstep. Spolina making his presence felt all season long in the OJLL. His first year of junior box lacrosse sensation down south in the United States as a field lacrosse player. Well, he's come here and he's been just as advertised, if not better, for the Northmen.
12 goals through 6 playoff games for Joey Spolina. What an output for her first season of box lacrosse here in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. Once again, Beaches in a situation where they must respond and perhaps more importantly, take the lead. Not that time. Right idea from Collison. Aiden Long takes it the other way. Long finds his man. Can't finish the play that time. Matthews went down hard after that shot. The other way now, Robinson accepts the pass from Wardnarski, and can't beat Origlieri.
Looks like we're going to get a wipe up on the floor around the crease of Andrew Kidd. Kidd and Origlieri, though. Both of them just outstanding. Big stop from Kidd, and this is where we're going to get the clear wipe up as two bodies are down on the crease. Kidd and Origlieri not only have been phenomenal tonight, not only this series, but all season long, earning them both nominations for goaltender of the year. So many great saves on display.
And just to elaborate on that, you read my mind. I was about to comment on the saves as well. 15 for Origlieri so far. Meanwhile, 24 for Andrew Kidd. But I wouldn't have even guessed such a disparity, Pat. It's been such a back and forth game.
It certainly has. And you look at the scoreboard, 3-3. It's been back and forth. There have not been a lack of chances. You see there, end this period, we're going to see a lot of transition. Actually hearing Riley O'Connor from the bench saying, defense, fast, get up, get up. We are not going to slow down. They feel like if they control the pace, they play up tempo, that is when they're going to be able to compete and play with this Orangeville Northmen team. If they are on their heels and allowing the Northmen to dictate pace, that's when they're getting in trouble.
Plus, without their captain, Hickey, you can tell this Beaches squad is playing with a lot more heart and a lot more inspired. But for now, Northmen have the ball. Spolina to Marquis. Marquis takes a chance, denied by Kidd. Bounced back towards Marquis, but he slips and slides, dealing with a pair of Beaches players above him. Bean now spinning away from the other number 17 on the floor, being Jennings. Beaches struggle to get that ball out, but they finally do on the right side.
8-second count. Beach is not able to get it over the floor quick enough.
As Bucktooth took a chance at that open side, Deere recovered the ball. Benedict now to his right side for Jennings. Over to Bucktooth now, trying to find space through traffic. He takes a tumble. Spolina rushes to the back of the net to catch up to it. Kidd got there first. Webster from Peterkin.
I absolutely love to see this. Caleb Benedict, the first guy back on defense. He's done it all period long, all series long. That just goes to show how well-rounded of a lacrosse player he is, leading the playoffs in points and also doing great things on the defensive end.
Beaches chasing that ball in the corner. Pouliot gets there first. Lost it behind him. McPherson continues anyhow.
Great loose ball by Pouliot. That's the type of hustle plays he provides to this high-powered offense.
Loading up and a shot by Pouliot. Couldn't meet the net that time, and it bounces in the direction of Kidd. Launches it the length of the floor as Beach's shot clock is running out. Fresh 30 seconds from the defensive end for Benedict and the Northmen. Benedict moves away from Ferry, getting some help there from Marquis. Spalina on the right side. Tied things up a moment ago with his 22nd point of the playoffs as Benedict continues to bucktooth. Inside, Deer for the finish, but he can't that time.
He's not able to pick up that loose ball as he is the man that runs through the crease, so it's got to be someone else who picks it up. Refs just blow it down.
As Harlan takes a high check there from Chase Chavon. Delayed penalty coming up against the Northmen. Kidd rushes to the bench. 6 Beaches players on the floor. Firth looking for a shot. Can't do it, moves closer. Drop off to Collison, in position. Takes a chance off the chest of Origlieri. Power play coming up for the Beaches.
It's going to be a high stick here. Harlan makes the pass, holds up, then gets the stick right up in the face. It looked like a little bit of a delay from Ecclestone, but nonetheless, it's going to be 2 minutes or less. Beach is going to have an opportunity to try to regain this lead.
Collison to McPherson. Firth to behind the net. Collison. As 4 of the 5 Beaches players get a touch. Shot there by Collison. Can't beat Origlieri. Already has once in this game. Northmen looking for a short-handed response from Deer. They can't get it that time. Ball bouncing around. Ron, he couldn't bring it down. Beaches, they have it from the right side. Phoenix Lefebvre. Inside for Firth. As it comes back to him, now he goes right. Collison trying to get in position. Miller takes that back. Sharing the ball. Faked it behind the back. Collison for the finish, not that time, as it goes back towards the Beaches zone. And short-handed Northmen with possession in the offensive zone.
And as you and I know, and everyone in the Bunny Barn or watching on YouTube know, that just because they are down a man does not mean that they're afraid to go towards the cage. They have so many playmakers on this offense. Being down 1 man doesn't mean a thing.
Ball now in traffic. Too much for Jennings. Good recovery by Spalina, looking for his second of the game. Doesn't get it. Ferry on the right side. 36 seconds left in the Beaches man advantage. Firth quickly to his left side. Comes back to Firth. Loading up. Overhand chance there. Lost it behind the net. Quickly picked up by the captain, Ciapara. Sidesteps Collison. Good move there and speeds out of the zone. Slows things down as he enters Toronto zone. Final 10 seconds of the Beaches man advantage, but they find themselves on the opposite end of the floor. Benedict now buying some time as we go back to 5-on-5. Chavon rushes to the bench. Deer steps on. And Benedict, or Bucktooth for the finish! Just when you thought the play was done altogether, he kept up and pulls ahead 4-3.
Heads up play from a headsy player, Bucktooth. You see him crashing, banging. Here comes the shot that goes wide. but Bucktooth breaks free, crashes the net, and beats Kidd. That is a huge momentum swing that injects some life inside the Bunny Barn and gives Orangeville a 4-3 lead, a tough break for the Beaches, who played nearly perfect defense for about 27 seconds. That's the thing, though. You have to play a hard 30 against this Orangeville team, or they'll make you pay.
Big goal from the lefty as the Beaches trying to tie things up as we approach the final 6 minutes of the second period. Webster moves the ball in deep. Back to Firth. Firth now for Collison, close enough. Looking for a second of the game, not that time. Millsap has it. From the left side, he's hustling all by himself there, getting some reinforcements, and there it is! Orangeville with a 2-goal lead!
This one's going to be another one off the end boards, and it's a heads-up play once again. This time in transition, shot goes wide, but it's Trey Deer this time, crashing the net, picks up the rebound, shows off the nifty mitts that he's able to finish in tight. Noah Millsap with the original shot. We got ourselves a 2-goal game.
Back-to-back goals from the Northmen, both from mighty left-hand shots. And Trey Deer now with his 7th goal of these playoffs, good for 17 points, as Harlan has it for the Beaches. Webster gave it to Firth, picking up speed, looking for an answer there. Couldn't get it that time, and it goes into the Beaches bench. Teeple against Ferry, pulling away from him, makes the pass inside, ball comes out. Marquis brings it back in. Marquis now trying to get in position, pushed away by Bean, found Deer behind him. Behind the net, that's where Benedict is. Deer out in front, behind the back, can't beat Kidd like that. And in the corner now, aggressiveness picking up between both sides.
My goodness, what a opportunity there. From Trey Deer goes Bobby Island behind the back. Not able to finish though, but what a crafty move from such a supremely talented player.
As Winarski makes that pass to Collison, now Firth. Firth gets away from Edwards, behind the back to Collison, and he can't beat Origlieri. Off the boards and in the direction of the Beaches. As Northmen called for a slash, Cameron Pack making his way to the penalty box.
Yeah, Pack's going to sit down for 2 or less. Could be a huge opportunity here for the Beaches to get back on the board, cut this run for the Northmen, get it back within 1.
Just going to say that again. If everybody is missing a goal, they have that.
Looks like the goaltenders are going to get a little bit of a much-deserved water break as, boy, the Bunny Barn certainly heats up, not just to play on the floor. It is hot inside this arena.
It's not just the climate of Orangeville here. You're absolutely right. Inside one of the most historic venues I've come to learn about in the world of lacrosse.
It's iconic. Tony Rose, phenomenal fan support, not just in the postseason, all season long, but playoff games in Orangeville at Tony Rose just simply hit different. There's so many great arenas across Ontario and this great country in Canada, but Tony Rose up there with some of the best.
Just my second visit in 8 days. I had previously never gone to Orangeville, but great reasons to come out here twice within a week. Meanwhile, Firth sent it low, gets it back. Palmer and Miller communicating about it. Firth picks up the play. Back in position now for Palmer. Can't meet the net. Ron quickly takes that ball. Getting away from the big body of Collison. Great move by Ron as he brings it all the way into Toronto zone. Aiden Long takes it for the shorthanded Northmen. Benedict returns that to Long. Over to Spalina. Trying to beat traffic there. Brought down by Phoenix Lefebvre. Northmen stole it back though. Fresh 30 seconds for Deer and the Northmen. Gives it back to Benedict. Switches positions with Benedict as Deer goes towards the net. Benedict to Marquis. Back to Benedict. Final 10 seconds on the shot clock. Espalina steered away from the net, dealing with Robinson and Phoenix Lefebvre all the way behind the net there. Trying to find space from out front, and behind the back goes behind the net. Beaches from the front of Orangeville bench. 30 seconds left in their power play. Firth to Collison. Sharing the ball there for a moment. Comes back to Firth now. Takes a chance overhand. And to the right of Origlieri. Firth again with the chance, and it almost went in, but it trickled just past the net. Lucky break for the Northmen. 10 seconds left on their man advantage. Ball in favor of Teeple and the Northmen now. Gives it to Jennings, who steps on. Quickly down low for Bucktooth. Bounce to Benedict. Benedict trying to find the shot he wants through traffic. Goes for a pass intended for Deer. Webster catching up to it. Kidd starts the play. Fresh 30 seconds out of Toronto zone. Ferry has it. Ferry to center for Lubinecki. Down low. And now to the right side for Collison and the Beaches. Collison now. Pressured by Edwards to Palmer for the finish. Rolls back in favor of Pouliot for a fresh 30 seconds in the offensive zone. Palmer again. Sent that down low. Lubinecki looking for options. He found Firth. Firth now takes a chance. Denied by the left shoulder of Origlieri. Swatted in the direction of Lubinecki. Miscommunication. Chavon picks it up instead. As that ball a little too high for Edwards to bring down. Brought down by the Beaches. And a high check from Trey Deer on Phoenix Lefebvre to get the possession. Northmen trying to inch closer to the net. No luck there. And a whistle. Ball over to Marquis to start. As Bucktooth gets it. Takes a chance there. Bounces back towards Spalina. Marquis again. And in the direction of Origlieri. Final minute of the second period. 5-3 lead for the Northmen. Launches it. Marquis grabs it. Fresh 30 seconds for the Northmen, and they make no mistake. Colton Marquis doubles up on the Beaches. 6-3.
Heads up play by Origlieri. He doesn't have to pick up the ball. Waits for as much time to chew off as possible. Then Warnowski puts pressure on, and this creates an odd man situation. For some reason, nobody slides to Colton Marquis, and he says, all right, I'm going to do this myself, and unloads an absolute bomb right by the hip of Kidd to double up their lead 6-3.
Lincoln, 6 goals, scored with 42 seconds left in the period by number 22, Colton Marquis. Assist to number 31, Chris Origlieri.
Ciapara and Phoenix Lefebvre on that face-off. Phoenix Lefebvre with the big win for the Beaches. Trouble picking that up was Peterkin. And now Northmen with possession. 27 seconds left in the period. 23 on the shot clock. Deer hangs on to it, much like Origlieri a moment ago, patient with it. Perhaps another surprise finish coming up for the Northmen. Final 10 seconds of the period. Spalina has it. Zooming away from Peterkin. Outside, Benedict takes a chance for the finish. And that's how it goes for the final moments on their shot clock. And that's how it goes for the final moments of the second period. 6-3 at the second intermission. Here at Tony Rose Memorial Arena. And we'll see what kind of third period we're in for. Some kind of setup is coming up after the play. We're at the second intermission. You're watching the OJLL Game of the Week presented by Milk Up Ontario. We'll be back with the third period.
On our family dairy farm, there's a saying that the sun doesn't start the day, we do. It's our daily reminder to be our best, make our best, and that our dairy farm doesn't just take care of our family, it's part of something bigger. That's dairy done right.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
Moments away from the second period here at Tony Rose Memorial Arena in Orangeville. Game 3 between the Beaches and Northmen, part of the OJLL Game of the Week, presented by Milk Up Ontario. Anx Kumar alongside Pat Gregoire. They're getting ready to set up the third period, but we'll take a look at the other semifinal as well, Burlington and Mimico. Pat, what do you have?
Burlington currently up 10-6 on Mimico as that second period just about ready to finish. Chuck Rawson leading the way for Burlington with a goal and 4 assists. Braden Saris with 3 goals and 2 assists, both them with 5 points each. But how about that series? Unbelievable. Both going down to the last second. Overtime, great buildings, great atmosphere there. That one certainly feels like it could go 7. The Beaches here trying to force that this one doesn't go down 3-0 for them.
Beaches on the power play to start as Jamison Bucktooth was given a slashing penalty at the end of the second period. Advantageous start to get back in this series for the Beaches. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 25 seconds into their power play. Firth with the pass to Palmer. Can't beat Origlieri. Bounces back towards the Beaches. Final 3 seconds for Collison. Can't beat Origlieri again. Ciapara quickly to Millsap. Trying to get around Palmer. Marquis takes that pass. Can't decide which way to go. Good pressure by Bean and Harland. Beaches have possession. Webster to Firth, who just steps on the floor. Palmer returns that to Firth. Collison joining the play as well. Firth behind the back. Collison goes underhand and redirected towards the Beaches. Quickly catching up to it, Nate Ruff. Pulls back and over to Aiden Long. Long to Deere. 1 goal in the second period for Trey Deere as he keeps it going for Caleb Benedict, another one of the goal scorers from the second period on behalf of the Northmen. Long lost it behind him. Buck now quickly capitalizes. Has a man joining the play with him. McKay goes outside for Winarski. Winarski hands it off quick for Miller. Palmer and Collison now. Keep it going finally, all 5 Beaches. Players have a touch of it. Palmer gets it back though from Miller. All the way across through traffic. Firth with a chance there and can't beat Origlieri. Over to Aiden Long. Over to Marquis. Marquis pulls away from Harland. Harland getting some help as Bean steers him away into the corner. Lost the ball. Beaches trying to pick it up. Good possession for the Beaches. From the left side of Kidd. As Peterkin meets Ciapara. Over to his right side. Firth. Collison now as he has to deal with Elijah Edwards. Firth causing distraction. And Lubinecki has it. Lubinecki peels away from Ciapara. Inside for Puglia. Close enough. Can't get it back though. Origlieri starts a fresh 30 seconds out of the defensive zone. Barnett makes a pass. Goes for a change. Benedict for Bucktooth. Spallina continues the play as he took that pass from Jennings. Benedict again, and Bucktooth can't finish that time. Webster from Kidd. Deere hot on McKay's tail. Finishes a check as McKay pulls back for Miller now. Sent in deep, pulling out now as Firth trying to find some space. Made the pass to his left, Palmer. Gets away from Teeple, connects with Webster, bounced off a Northman, and into the bench.
Going to stay possession with the Beaches. That one does deflect off a defender. So Beaches with an opportunity now try to build off the momentum. As I say that, miscue by Willem Firth.
McPherson has it for a moment. Palmer in the crowd for Firth and can't beat Origlieri. in the direction of the Northmen bench. Picked up by Pack, and over to Teeple. For Benedict, returning to the floor, gets away from Harlan, trying to avoid the other defender. Peterkin on his tail. Spalina takes out from Benedict. Spalina now to the right side for Long. Long pulls away. Over to Teeple. Spalina again. Final 5 seconds on the shot clock. Spalina! His second of the game!
Another goal here where Aiden Long's going to start things off, playing a little offense. Not a lot of time left on the clock, but Peterkin has to do a much better job getting out on hands. You cannot let Joey Spalina take a shot. It looks like that is from far out, but when you're Spalina, you're taking that shot 9 times out of 10. And the way he's been shooting the ball all series long, that one is going to find the back of the net. Beaches have to do a better job collapsing. Get back to dictating pace.
4-goal lead for the home team, already leading this series 2-0. Beaches looking for a response as Northmen have it now. Edwards splitting a trio of Beaches players behind him. Passes it to Bucktooth behind him, getting away from Peterkin. Over to Benedict, back to Bucktooth. 10 seconds left on their shot clock. Bucktooth spins away, one-handed pass for Deer inside. Couldn't get the handle he needed. From the right side of the Beaches zone. Big stick by Deer, strips the Beaches of the ball. Miller, trouble picking it up. Deer now inside for Bucktooth, a little too wild for him. Ball rolling past the Beaches bench, trouble picking it up. Deer and the Northmen back in their own end.
The officials will have a little discussion here. Gonna say possession's going to stay with Orangeville.
Jennings.
O'Connor trying to find a explanation from Kyle Cropman. He's not gonna get it though.
Jennings started that play. Now Bucktooth has it at the 5-hole of Kidd. McKay quick to pick it up. As Pouliot takes it, McKay runs off for the change. Palmer across for Firth. Collison now dealing with Barnett. Pulls away from Barnett, eats the stick of Chavon. Still with possession. Final 3 seconds on the shot clock for the Beaches. Firth with a chance there, wide of the net, and once again in the Northmen bench.
Beaches wanting a reset, as I thought I heard maybe went off the leg of O'Riglieri. But none of the officials on the floor think it did, so possession going to go the other way to Orangeville.
Aiden Long gets around Webster, close enough, off the bar and to the ceiling. Orangeville with possession again. Jennings to start across the zone for Spalina. 2-goal game for Joey Spalina as he gets it back from Cole Teeple. Looking for his third. Inside for Teeple, though. Can't finish it that time. And the frustrations could result in penalties.
We'll have to wait and see exactly what's coming of this. I know Robinson going to get something for the retaliation. And that's going to be the only thing. Nothing for the initial hit on Kidd. We're getting a wipe down on the floor. Kidd's going to get a much deserved water break here. Getting mightily close, thanks to that number 8, the magic number we talked about. 13:33 left, so Orangeville certainly has its capabilities to put more than just one on net, as you see.
50-50 winning number. 7,
Play there.
1, 5, 5, 1.
As Robinson takes the helmet off.
8 on a black ticket. Thank you.
Tough to defend that one, but I do definitely see what Coach O'Connor was wanting, the initial goaltender interference and how that all transpired, but he's not going to get it, and the Beach is going to have a tough opportunity to try to kill off this penalty.
As it comes to Bucktooth off the post and rolls in the direction of Origlieri.
Bucktooth there just throwing a little bit of a floater coming across his body. Wasn't the hardest shot. Very accurate. That one hits the pipe.
Marquis back to Bucktooth and wide of the left post. Quickly retrieved by the Beaches. Phoenix Lefebvre against Trey Deer. Gets a taste of Deer's stick and hustles along the left side. Over to McPherson on the right. 2 goals from him earlier tonight, all in the first period. As McPherson grabs it. Underhand pass, Peterkin. Just outside of the zone, getting away from Millsap, and Bucktooth. Bounced in the direction of the Northmen. McPherson trying to catch up to it, but that'll be it for their shot clock without any result. 53 seconds left in the Northmen power play as Robinson in the penalty box for the Beaches. Behind the net for Benedict. Deer. Bucktooth on the perimeter there. Continues for Marquis. Spalina for the finish off the post. Origlieri to Marquis to start again. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. 24 seconds left in the power play. Turned away by the right pad of Kidd. Brought down by the Northmen again. Now 18 seconds left in their power play. Back to Bucktooth. Out of his reach. Brought down by Deer. Behind the net. Out front for Bucktooth. Behind the net again. Marquis for Spalina. Good fake at the net. Back to Spalina. Marquis with the fake. Second time. Over to Spalina. Back to 5-on-5. Deer for the finish as the power play expired. And there it is. That magic number 8.
I'm sitting up here in the press. I'm having a hard time tracking the ball. Look at this ball movement. Boom, boom, boom. Cross crease, back over, and into the back of that. Trey Deer gets his second, close to going in the crease there. But just phenomenal ball movement. That's just what makes this offense so special, that every single player on the floor can do magic in and out of the stick. I've got a feel for Andrew Kidd there, next to no chance on that backdoor look. It's not going to count as a power play, as I think Robinson hit the floor before the ball found the back of the net, but man, that is as close as a power play marker as you can get.
8 goals scored at 11:28 by number 91.
Looks like Nick Parolin's going to enter the game as
Number 24,
Andrew Kidd.
and number 34, Jameson Bucktooth.
I know he was banged up in game 1. Curious if this is getting him out of the cage to rest up, to heal up, or if it's a message sent to the Beaches saying they need to be better for their goalie.
35 saves from Andrew Kidd, but he steps back on as Parolin just went right off after that face-off, and Kidd retreats to his crease. Creative strategy from Riley O'Connor and the coaching staff as play resumes deep in Orangeville zone. Comes back to Miller now for the finish, turned away by the left shoulder of Origlieri.
Probably the most quality chance we've seen the Beaches get in the last 5-6 minutes. Origlieri standing tall.
Ron over to Barnett as he pulls away from Webster, connects with Ruff. Ruff to Aiden Long as he gets past McKay. Getting some help from Jennings. Deer on the floor, takes the pass. Spalina Good connection between a couple of members of Syracuse Orange. And going for his third of the game, not that time. Trey Deer chasing it in the corner. A trio of Northmen against the Beaches. Good scoop, though, by the Beaches. As it's McKay. He's picking up speed, hustling. Steered away, though, by Pack. Still in possession. Almost halfway through the Beaches shot clock. Finds Collison just outside of Orangeville zone. Collison dealing with Teeple. Goes left. Inside now for Palmer. Can't finish that time. Comes back to Collison. Good hustle to the opposite end of the floor. And their shot clock expires. Northmen with possession.
Phenomenal defense from the Northmen. Once again, they have just been so stout, so stingy.
As a penalty drawn now by the Northmen. Willem Firth, the culprit.
This is just Willem Firth trying to make a play here. He's so good at the ride, at the forecheck. We'll see. I think he just gets caught up. Gonna get an extra penalty. The unsportsmanlike penalty coming to Colton Marquis. Something must have been said, whether it's to the official or one of the players. I wasn't watching. I'll be totally honest here. We'll get a look here. Let's see what happens. There's some chatter here. And that's exactly it. Marquis saying something to Firth that Kyle Cropman certainly didn't like. So maybe a dull, maybe a little bit of a dodged bullet here for Toronto. So they were going to go on the penalty kill.
For what it could be worth, both sides are perhaps satisfied with an offsetting situation rather than being at a disadvantage. For now, 5-on-5 continues. Collison takes that pass from McPherson. Wide of the net. Pouliot grabs it. Final 10 seconds on their shot clock now. Quick pass there for McPherson. A little too hot to handle. Rough for the Northmen. On the right side as Teeple lets him go. Deer accepts that pass. Scored the 8th goal of the game for the Northmen. His 8th of the playoffs as well. And connects with Benedict. Can't finish that time. Chasing it back in Northman zone now, and a big chance for McKay, denied. Right in the pocket of Deer, connecting in front, Benedict for the finish, denied by Kidd.
What a save from Kidd. Down but not out, just gets that toe right on there to make a huge save. And allow the Beaches to try to start chipping away at this lead.
Lubinecki to McPherson, intended for Collison, lost it behind him, behind the net. Lubinecki trying to shovel that. Siapara stole it, went the other way. To Long, can't enter the zone, looking for a pass instead, back to Siapara, inside now, Jennings. Splits a pair of Beaches on his way to the corner. Long slows things down for Chavon. Continues the play for Benedict. Benedict loads up through traffic, off the net, and in the direction of the Beaches, the other way. Lubinecki, or rather Winarski, the lone Beaches player for a moment before he gave that to Pouliot. Lubinecki returns that to Pouliot. Lost it behind him. Ron, trouble for him as well. Origlieri trying to help him out. Ron gets it back though. For Bucktooth in stride, stops though in his tracks. Spalina takes a chance there. Back for Deer, behind the back. Are you kidding me? What a way to complete your hat trick.
Does Trey Deer score ugly goals? I certainly don't think so. Another one off the end boards. This time throws a little flavor on it, goes Bobby Allen behind the back. Trey Deer continuing to prove that he is one of the most electrifying players in junior lacrosse. An exclamation mark on what has already been a phenomenal game from the pride of Ganawage.
His 7th goal in Game 3, his 8th goal in Game 3, and now his 9th in Game 3. What a night for Trey Deer and the Northmen. Tripled up now on the Beaches. 9-3. Massive win from the faceoff for the Beaches. Phoenix Lefebvre, excellent on the draws all evening on behalf of the Beaches. As he shares the ball with Peterkin, quickly over to Webster for Collison in front of the Northmen bench. Now Firth as he returns to play. Firth now takes a chance, lost it in Origlieri's equipment for a moment.
Origlieri, I mean, man, he has just had Willem Firth's number all night long. You can even put Collison in that column. I know Collison does have 1 goal, but he's stuffed them in his back pocket.
Beaches run the other way. Ferry, has that, trying to get around Aiden Long. Zooming in now all alone with Origlieri, wide of the net though, and ball meets the ceiling. Orangeville with possession. Quick pass from Millsap to Deer at center. Deer moves in from the right side for Bucktooth. Teeple quickly to Spalina. Spalina now takes a chance at the 5-hole. Kidd picks that up quick. Winarski against Bucktooth. Bucktooth hot on his tail. Winarski beats 2 defenders, goes underhand wide of the net. Rolls back though to Firth in front of the Northmen bench. Firth gets away from Bucktooth. Off the boards. Turned over to the Northmen. Through center. Barnett. Good handle of the ball as he gets triple teamed by the Beaches, much to the approval of the crowd. Gets a pass inside anyhow, intended for Siobhan. Way to endure such physicality in stride, trying to make a play in offense. But for now, the Beaches try to get something going, but they can as the Northmen get the ball back.
8-second violation again. Beaches have to have the better awareness to get up the floor, get it over center. Can't take your time with the 8-second rule.
Benedict for Bucktooth, behind him for Long. Long pulling away, takes a chance, denied by the left hand of Kidd. And an aggressive response from the Beaches against Aiden Long there. Bucktooth demanding an answer for that one. Reset in favor of the Northmen. Spalina had it, and now the Beaches Northmen turn it back to the Beaches, and here's Peterkin now trying to catch the Northmen on a change, but he still can't beat Origlieri.
Looks like Spalina, possibly his evening over. A 2 for a rough, a 2 for an unsportsmanlike. So a big opportunity for the Beaches here, not only to get back in this game, but start to build some momentum for game 4. We'll get this here. So you saw Webster and Spalina jawing. That's probably where it all started. Didn't finish there, though.
Beaches get it back now. Miller for Collison. Can't beat Origlieri. Gets the ball back now. Miller. Thought about it. Palmer, though. Back to Firth. Back to Miller, and they can't beat Origlieri. Good retrieval of the ball. Rapid movement by the Beaches. Inside for Miller. Close enough. Miller trying to direct it at the net. Can't beat Origlieri. Ciapara the other way, though. On the right side, feels the big frame of Collison approaching him. Got the ball inbound to Nate Ruff. Ruff being confronted. A pair of Beaches approach him, trying to squeeze his way past Hewitt and Robinson. Passed instead for Deer. Deer towards Kidd as the Orangeville shot clock was running out. Fresh 30 seconds for Robinson and the Beaches. Quickly up the right side. Firth accepted it. Palmer has it. Palmer gets it back. Over to Firth. Collison getting involved in the play now. Close enough. Trying a sharp angle shot. Can't beat the 5-0. Comes back to him and Palmer. Palmer now took a chance. Wide of the net. Collison. Good recovery. Great possession. 35 seconds left on the power play. Campak. Hustling past Collison. Approaches Toronto zone. Hasn't entered yet. Palmer, good pressure there. Managed to get inside. Lost the ball behind him. Palmer and Firth now approaching Teeple. Takes the chance at the open side, and it's wide. Northmen now, a long-range shot towards Kidd. Easy grab for Andrew Kidd. Winarski with the quick pass up center. Goes for a change. McPherson down low to the right of Origlieri. Back for Pouliot. Now to the right side. McPherson keeps it going. Loading up. Big chance there for Firth. Can't beat Origlieri. Brought down by Teeple instead. Hot on his tail. Firth can't get it back. Teeple chasing it past the benches. All the way up to center. And lost it behind for a moment. And here we go. Looks like it's going to be Palmer and Ruff. And Ruff, as quickly as it started, that one's over. But there's something else happening between Pouliot and Teeple. And perhaps even Firth and Ron.
See there, as Palmer falls down, nothing really coming of that fight at all. It's Nate Ruff. Roughs up Palmer pretty good there. We almost thought we were going to see another one there. Pouliot, you knew, was not going to allow Willem Firth to drop the gloves here. The official's going to have a discussion here, see what comes of everything here.
Another look at this one, and Nate Ruff was ready to go. And as I said a moment ago, it finished quickly as he was sent off the floor. That'll be it for Nate Ruff in Game 3.
Palmer's gloves not even dropped. I'm curious to see if we do see anything more. So far, just the 5s on each side. It's Kyle Coulter having a conversation with not the time keeper, but also Nick Rose, who's been tonight's PA announcer. Guy does it all, the Jackie Moon of OJLL Lacrosse.
I was told that if I am coming to Orangeville and ever want to know about anything to do with lacrosse in Orangeville, Nick Rose is the man to reach.
No doubt about that.
Play resumes as Millsap and the Northmen bring it inbound. Marquis outside for Deer. Marquis gets it back from Deer, gets Bucktooth involved from center. And right there in front of the glass, Harlan and Deer. As Deer rushes towards the net, Harlan backs off for a moment. Another stoppage in play. Could be offsetting penalties again, Pat.
I don't think so, as we saw Kyle Cropman's hand go up. Beaches picked up possession and Orangeville had possession before that. I think it's just going to be Harlan for the Ruff. We'll get a great look in the corner of your screen. Don't know how much I like that one, but nonetheless, just to give a quick update on the previous penalties there. Nate Ruff gets an extra 5 for the instigator. Still got another 5 for fighting. Palmer 5 as well. So they get the 5 and a 10 for the fight. But it's Ruff who gets that extra 5 minute, which has been nullified for at least 2 minutes here as we go 4-on-4.
Aiden Long for Joyce Polina. He takes a chance. Turned away by Kidd. Beaches, fresh 30 seconds on their side.
Nick Parolin actually stepping into cage now as he's taking over for Kidd.
My apologies there. Nick Parolin stepping in. Saw him earlier in the game, and he returns to the crease once again as Pouliot has it. Inside now for Miller to finish. Origlieri turns that away. Final minute of regulation in game 3. As Barnett has it, Chavon brought it down for Long across the zone. A bouncer over to Jennings as he enters Toronto zone, returns that to Long. Pulling away from Phoenix Lefebvre, over to Chavon. Long range shot, Parolin with the save.
Not seen a Beaches goal since 4:14 in the second period. Chris Origlieri just so phenomenal in between the pipes. But how about the defense? The stout back end of this Orangeville team just limiting the chances for the Beaches.
Collison with a chance there, gets the shot back and can't beat Origlieri, or maybe he can. With the net off, just managed to beat the goal line.
And the announcer's jinx is undefeated, as I just mentioned. The last goal they scored, 14-14 in the second period, and it was that man right there. Matt Collison gets his second goal of the game. Not the offensive output the Beaches were looking at, just 4 goals. The defense was strong, Andrew Kidd was great. But Orangeville and Origlieri able to slow down this offense once again.
Well, we said that 8 is the magic number. 8 is great, but 9 is fine as they win 9-4 in game 3. There are your winners, 1 win away from the final round. The series now shifts back to Pickering Rec Center, where the Beaches are in a situation where they have to win 4 straight and save their season. Not to take away from their effort tonight. As you mentioned, what an outstanding game from Andrew Kidd for as long as we had the chance to see him, and Nick Parolin having to step in. 42 saves from Kidd, while Origlieri 34 saves on behalf of the Northmen. We get ready to wrap things up here. Game 3, final score, Orangeville Northmen 9, Toronto Beaches 4, and the Northmen take a 3-0 lead in this series. There's a look at Trey Deer, Jamison Bucktooth, and the squad responsible for quite a multi-point outing this evening. But we get ready to say goodbye from Tony Rose Memorial Arena. A pleasure bringing you the OJLL Game of the Week, presented by Milk Up Ontario. For Gary Morrison and Chris Main behind the scenes, and my partner with the analyses and breakdowns, Pat Gregoire, I'm Anx Kumar, saying goodnight from Orangeville.